Well, we're got camp set up, and we got some bush hooks set out, and we didn't bait anything because it's still daylight.
You gotta tell everybody what we're doing.
Got the trot line out. We're camping out and catching some catfish. We're gonna try to get the kitties drawed into us. We got some shiners. We got some little tuffy minnows. We got chicken livers. We got night crawlers. We got some bluegill. And we're going to stop off on the way back and swoop us up some sucker minnows. We're on our way back home now. We got to get the kids off the bus. It's Friday. I don't know what day this will be put on there, but today's Friday. We're going to go get the kids picked up and swoop us up some minnows. I'm sure she'll video that. It's hilarious because I slip and slide every which way. But we're going to grab us some minnows. I got Papa's minnow seine, so we should be able to catch a lot this time. Last time I had my black minnow seine, and it don't open up as good. It don't curl. We'll get out here and get the kids and finish getting everything packed up. And when we get back, we'll video our spot and show you what our setup is, and we'll get some videos of us catching some fish. We may not catch none on the poles, but they shouldn't be no problem catching them on the bush hooks and the trot line, Lord willing. Well, we got the kids dropped off. The little girl stayed with my mom, and Gracie stayed with my mom. She was going to go, but apparently she decided she wanted to stay with my mom. But we've got the two boys with us. Papa's already about at the river. I just got off the phone with him. He's got Virgil with him, and we're going to stop down here and in our secret location and try to scoop us up some minnows. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, because then if anybody sees it that knows where it's at, they'll be down in there getting my minnows, and I don't want nobody to know where my bait spot is. But we'll get down through here as soon as we can get through this traffic here and get to our minnow catching spot, and we'll get back on here and she can video record me down in there trying to catch them minnows. We made it to our minnow spot. The boys are going to walk in here with me. I'm not letting them get in the water because it shouldn't take me just a minute to dip and catch a few minnows. And then we will be on our way to the river. Let's see what we can get. Come on, boys. Told you it's hilarious.
Hey, honey. Honey. They all swam around into this deep. Oh my goodness.
Oh! A couple that time. A couple that time. Up there. We'll see what we can do. I can catch a few more about the time we just stop. If you don't catch any more in this ditch here, we'll go down to my other secret spot. Should be able to dip on some rocks down there and do it again. Couple aces.
They're all flown back to.
Couple decent ones. Alright, we'll put these in the cooler and we'll go down to our other spot. And you can video us catch them down there.
Like it. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to hit this hole right here one more time and then we'll go. Because I think I brought them most of the big ones back there. Look at the mouth.
Little baby.
So we can look at them.
Let him go.
Got a few. The big ones got away. There was a school of them over there. We might hit that spot one more time. See how many we get out of this. Bring your buckets, huh? I'm only keeping the better ones. I'm only keeping the better ones. I didn't mean to throw them little ones in there.
Sam, look. I got tons. They're alive. Why do they go dumb as soon as I put them in a small area?
It's the little shiners. They don't like to live. I don't know.
See?
So we don't use them for bait.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like to live. They like to die.
See you later, buddy. That one's small, not that.
Well, this was our second spot, catching minnows. We're gonna leave from here and
Head to the river.
head to the river.
Well, we're out here checking our trot line and bush hooks for the morning. We run them all night. I ran them by myself the last time. I went out about 3:30 this morning, and it took me about 2 hours to run them myself. But, baited everything up. We're up to 9 catfish now. We caught several gars. I got a big old turtle. We're out running these this morning. Hopefully we'll have a few on this trot line, on these bush hooks. We didn't do any good on the bush hooks last night. We didn't catch any catfish at all on the bush hooks. Looks like there's something on that bush hook right there. See the limb shaking? Looks like there might be something on it, but I did put some big old bluegills out on them last night, so it may just be a big old bluegill. We'll get in here and get this trot line pulled up, and when we get close to, if we have a fish on it, we'll pull a video out and record it and show you how we get them. When we get over to that tree, we'll see if that's fish. Yeah, that's a fish. Let's go over here to this fish first, and we'll come back across the river to the trot line. Alright, we got made it over here to this tree. I can't tell. Looks like it might be a catfish, the way it's staying down low. Them gar, they'll go to the end and come way up on the top, try to get loose from it. It's not humongous, otherwise the tree would be in the water, or it's been there for a little while and it's just so tired it can't. It's probably 16, 18 inches long, if I had to guess. That's what we've been catching all night. We ain't catching no huge ones. Been eat by a turtle. That's what you got to worry about on this river. If they hang there for too long, the turtles will flat out eat them. We'll get him unhooked and see if we can't get a few more flatheads. That was our first channel today. So we'll get back to you when we get onto our trot line. Well, we're over here to our trot line. It's moving. You can see how it moves. That tells us that there's a fish on it. There's about 50 hooks on this thing. It's just a slow process. You just get a hold of it and you go across it very slowly. And you work your way across it. And just check each hook individually each time. There's our sinkers we hold our weight down with. I don't know what's on it, but should be a catfish. That's still a live bluegill on up there. Nice little bluegill. Empty hook. Manner. Spin us around here. Still got a good lovely manner on it. We ain't rebaiting these because we ain't fishing during the day. You'll catch turtles and gar and bass and red eyes, a lot of red eyes. We caught several red eyes last night. I had probably 4 on here when I come and checked it. There's a big old catfish. There's a big old catfish. It's in the net. Come off there, little buddy. Come off there, little buddy. Right there on the way. There's another one right out there. That's a bass. Yep, there's a catfish. Here, watch these hooks. They'll get into you. And when they get into you, they don't feel good. There's one catfish. Little channel cat. It's a nice change because we've been catching flatheads all night. That's all we caught all night was flatheads, which is weird because we usually bring the channel cats up right here. Okay. Easy. Oh, not a bad little catfish. Couple pounds. Come here, little buddy. Ow, don't bite me that hard. Not a bad little catfish. Good eating size catfish. Alright. Let's get this boat turned back around here and see if we can't get us another one. Lively manner. That thing should have had a fish on it. Catch during the day. Little small ones. There's my bait. Catch a big fish, you gotta use big bait. That hook broke completely off. It's hung on the bottom, I suppose. Caught him last night and I just left him on there to see if the big catfish would eat him. Empty hook. Dead bluegill. Good lively manner. Dead bluegill. Empty hook. There's another red eye I caught last night. Nope. Yeah, that's that one that we left on that had swallowed the hook. We just left him on there. There's a empty hook. Turn us around a little. There's an empty hook. bluegill. He's hooked up in his face and everything. Lord, he's got himself all tangled up. Turn him around so a smallmouth can eat him today. Ooh, I felt the big pull. Empty hook. There's a bigger fish. This is a bigger fish. Ooh, empty hook. This is a bigger fish. Ooh, yes. That's a bigger fish than the other one. Come on, see it there? This is a lot bigger fish. A lot bigger fish. Come on, man. Come on, man. Got him. Oh yeah. There's a good fish. We hooked him on the outside of the mouth. Look at that. Can you see where we hooked him? Alright, we'll take it. We will take it. That's a little better of a fish there. A little better of a fish there. Calm down, buddy. We'll let you go shortly. Into the frying pan. Ow! Right. Right there, ain't got no hook on it at all. Must have broke off last night. That one spun over, so something's been on that hook. It's empty. That's an empty hook. And I just rebaited these 2 hours ago. Empty hook. Empty hook. Bluegill, bluegill. That's a good bait there. Red eye. Bluegill. Fish head. Empty hook. Alright. There's a big bluegill. Try to get it spun around here. It's about all we got right there. See if I can throw this off the front of the boat. Let it sink down and we'll go check our bushes. 2 catfish on the trot line, so that makes a total of 8 catfish today on the trot line. That 1 catfish I got eat was the first catfish we'd caught on the bush lock lines tonight and last night. So we'll see what else we got. We seen another tree up here moving around. We'll get up here and see what we can do about it. I don't know. It may be too late for it too if the turtles decided they wanted to eat it. But we'll see. That other cat there, it's a pretty decent sized cat. I'd like to catch a few more of that size. But we'll take what we get. We ain't picky when it comes to catfishing. We just like catching. We'll fillet them out and get us some catfish nuggets fried up. That may be a gar, I don't know. Between these little logs here and get up to it. We've got 4 or 5 bush hooks set back in this hole here. We usually do really good on bush hooks. I don't know. Last time we were here, we didn't do really good on bush hooks. We just kept getting robbed. But seeing that catfish getting eat, that tells me that the turtles are really, really active. And if a catfish knows if it gets hooked, it's got to get away. Otherwise, the turtles will eat its butt. So, I don't know what's on this line here. It's not pulling the tree, just barely. So, oh, there it goes. And that's a gar. The gars will come up to the top of the water. But that's what they're supposed to look like. Unfortunately, this ain't what they're supposed to look like. They ain't supposed to look like that. We'll see if we can't get this thing off here, and we'll be right back with you. Got a little cat. No, it's a little smallmouth. Thing about, ooh, bigger than I thought. The thing about them being out at daylight, you'll catch bass and stuff. It's a nice little smallmouth. That's about as nice as you'll find. I'll take him down there and show him Papa, and then we'll turn him back loose. Let's see if there's anything. Ooh, that line's twisted. See how that's twisted? There's been a catfish on that. Say the catfish didn't want to be there. I'd say a turtle was probably chasing after him. With this other line out here, it don't look like there's anything on it either. Maybe a good bluegill. Good bluegill. Just leave them out, we may get lucky and catch a 20-inch smallmouth. There's some big ones in this river. Me and my uncle both have caught some really big smallmouth out of this water. Well, that's what we got this trip. We'll get paddled back down the river here, and we'll get these in the box, and we'll show you what we've already got. And maybe later when we get into filleting them, we'll get a video of it. I don't know if we can put that on YouTube or not though. So we'll just show you what we've got, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we go to eat it. We finished up our day's fishing. All in all, we were here for 2 nights and I don't know, about 3 days, I guess. Caught several catfish, a bunch of bass, gar, turtles, red eye. I was going to show you a big turtle, but I was trying to get it out from under the patio there, and it broke off. It was a soft shell. It was about that big around, I guess. And we got several catfish in the box. We're going to go and get all of our bush hooks untied, load it back in the boat in the trot line, and then when we come back, we'll start pulling the fish out and getting pictures of all that, and we'll make a video of our fish and everything when we get back. I'm taking the boys out. Sam's going to stay on the bank and fish from the bank. I'm going to take the boys out, and Virgil's going to follow us in his kayak and see what we can do with it. Here's the fish we got. We lost a few, but that's a few of them. Mikey's got one on that stringer. We're getting ready to put on this stringer. Bring him over here, Mike. I don't like these clipped stringers because they do get off, as we just witnessed firsthand. But we usually keep them in a cage. That cage didn't work the way that it's supposed to. We had 4 or 5 smaller ones that actually fit through it. They were flatheads. But we've got there's about 30 pounds of fish there. Pretty good sized catfish. That there's a really nice channel. That's a good channel. That's flats, and that's a channel. So we got 3 channels and 3 flatheads that we're going to take home and make dinner out of.
And the one we dropped was a flathead.
We dropped a flathead. It got off of that stringer. It went to spinning and got off. And we lost a channel up there earlier, and then we ended up losing 4 smaller flatheads that got through the wire. So all in all, it was a pretty good fishing trip. So we're going to finish packing up here, and we appreciate you watching.